A lot of people ask me, Dr. G, how can I get sober right now? And I tell them there's a lot of paths towards sobriety. And one person who has a unique path is my next guest, Dr. Constance Scharff. She's with Rock to Recovery, and I want to welcome her to the show. Constance, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
And it's been a pleasure to have Wes Geer on the show and all of you with Rock to Recovery. You're in a group of amazing people.
Thank you.
So Constance, like I just said, you have a unique story to tell, and I want you to share it with our audience as far as how you got into sobriety and recovery.
So yeah, I've been sober for more than 2 decades. And in my early recovery, I had problems. I was suicidal, and I saw individuals coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan who also were having trouble with their sobriety. And I changed everything that I was doing in graduate school. I was at graduate school at the time. And I wanted to find out what are the complementary therapies that we can use to really shoot our recovery into another level. And that's what I do now.
So is that what you do with music right now in Rock to Recovery as an alternative form of therapy?
It's a complementary form of therapy. So
it's a better term. Thank you.
Yeah, we work with other therapies. Rock to Recovery is an adjunct. We work in more than 100 facilities, providing more than 500 sessions each month through several states. And so what we've learned is that music works synergistically with other activities that an individual is doing. And that's what really brings that higher level of recovery.
You know what I love about music as therapy, and my experience in working with you guys is that when you teach people how to express themselves through song and through music, and I want to make this clear to our audience, you do not have to be a professional musician or singer to be part of this. What it does is it gives people a sense of self. They tend to explore themselves, and then they get to express themselves in a very unique way. And for a lot of people struggling with sobriety, self-expression is a difficult thing for them. And also, like you said, it brings your whole consciousness to another level.
Yeah, so I first encountered Rock to Recovery. I was working at a treatment center in Malibu, and I was invited to see a session. And I was so impressed because I did not believe that individuals in detox who were very, very ill, who were not musicians, could write and record a song in an hour. And not only did they write and record a song in an hour that was pretty good, but they were so proud of it the next day. And they were sharing it amongst the different groups that within a year I was working for Rock to Recovery. It's that special.
For a lot of people dealing with recovery, there's a strong sense of shame. They're not happy about where their lives is. There's a lot of embarrassment, shame, etc. So having a piece of music that you could believe in, be able to have something concrete that you could show to people can be such a powerful, powerful tool in recovery.
Well, it is, because one of the parts of our songwriting process is we want people to express whatever darkness they have, right? And we do that in the verses. So we've had veterans who have talked about suicidal ideation, and addicts who've talked about their hopelessness, and people who have been victimized in some way talk about their shame. But what we try to do most of the time is in the chorus, which is the money part of the song, right? That's the part that you leave singing. We try to leave them with something hopeful. So you get to, on the one hand, express whatever the difficulty is, but then leave singing something that's going to brighten and uplift you as time goes on.
I know, Constance, you're so proud of your organization being a nonprofit organization. I wonder if you could share a little bit more of the background with our audience.
Yeah, so Rock to Recovery was founded on December 12th of 2012 by Wes Geer, who is a former touring guitarist with the iconic band Korn. And we go into addiction all the guys are musicians. I'm the doctor, but we go into addiction treatment.
We're all doctors at one point in our lives.
We go into addiction treatment facilities, mental health facilities, veterans organizations, youth organizations, drug courts, wherever there's a need, corporations if they want us, and write and record songs. And we do this with more than 100 facilities. We provide 500 sessions a month, work with about 2,500 people each month. And we have a contract with the Department of Defense to work with the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program and now with the Navy.
So if people who were dealing with recovery or in sobriety wanted to find out more about your work at Rock to Recovery, how could they do so?
We're on all the socials, so you can just look up Rock to Recovery, that's T-O, not the number, or find us on the web at rocktorecovery.org.
What I love about your organization, you're such a wonderful group of people, and when you all get together, it's so powerful and authentic that the power of group and the power of attachment is fundamental for people who are looking to recover. So with that, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
Still ahead, Dr. Gluss gets a guitar lesson with one of the greats.